So actually here is Hotta-san. He's a game director. He's in charge for all the development for the Space Channel 5 VR from the Glanding Inc. And here is Mineko. She's the CEO and the president of the Glanding, and she's a producer of the Space Channel 5 VR. And here is Takumi from actually for the Sega games, and he's taking care of the IP for the Space Channel 5.
So Space Channel 5 was a very popular Dreamcast game, and Dreamcast just celebrated the 20th birthday. Can you talk about the inspiration that you're bringing from the original title to this new game?
So actually, since I'm still working at a Sega, and I'm from since I'm taking care for the IP for the Space Channel 5, it's a really big thing to celebrating 20 years. Over the 20 years, still there is a lot of hardcore fan of this console. At the same time, to celebrating for the 20 years anniversary. At the same time, to celebrating the releasing for the Space Channel 5 VR. So we kind of really happy and exciting to bring back this kind of old nostalgic game into the new devices, which is VR.
VR, is a very active platform. Space Channel 5 is about dancing. Can you talk about how VR games can actually be a fitness program too, and how Space Channel 5, the original, you were sitting on your couch, very lazy, pushing buttons. But this new one, I worked up a sweat playing it. Can you talk about what opportunity that creates for a new kind of play?
So as you mentioned it, this is bottom line, the game itself is dancing rhythm game. At the same time, as you say, 20 years ago, people just sitting on the couch, just playing the dancing rhythm game using a controller. But over the 20 years of the time passed, we finally transformed the original Space Channel 5 into the VR system. At the same time, you could use your own body to play the video game. At the same time, the concept of the original of the Space Channel 5 is saving the universe by your own dancing. So now, 20 years later, today, actually you yourself really using yourself, which means your own body, to dance, to saving the universe. So we are really excited to finally be kind of really matching the original concept into this VR game.
Ulala is a journalist. She's in the media. The media has changed drastically in the last 20 years. Has Ulala changed as her reporting style? Are we going to see references to influencer culture or YouTubers in the game, because media is so different than it was 20 years ago?
So that is a really question, because as you said, 20 years of the time is really huge and long, but at the same time, actually situation is pretty much the same, because the Ulala herself, her reporting style back in 20 years ago and today is nothing different, exactly the same. Because as you say, 20 years of the time, the things have changed a lot, especially for the media. How you're gonna be sharing the information through the internet. You can reach out for any of the information is very easy. At the same time, it's so hard to tell which one is right and which is not bad or thing, but which is right or not. And it's so hard to tell. So actually, the 20 years ago, the original concept for the Urara, the reporting style, is basically the aliens invading somehow in the universe and force the people to dance. So Ulala got that kind of the news. So she just came up to the crime scene, what's happening. So actually her duty is exactly the same 20 years ago today. What is the right? What is the real information that he could share through the broadcasting system? So maybe you say you think change how they're going to be broadcasting all the news here in nowadays at the same time. Seriously, we kind of thinking about her original reporting style is really matching into the recent style, which is right or not is kind of biggest question to us. How can we tell which is true through the media and the broadcasting system?
Space Channel 5 is a music game, and media has changed in 20 years. Music has changed probably even more. Will the music in the game reflect that? Will there be different music than we saw in the 90s? And also, are there going to be maybe some cameos, like celebrities like we saw in the past?
Even like 20 years past, of course, music, like trend, everything here in the recent days is different, but we still keep almost like the same kind of taste of the music, because it's going to be reminding all the fans, even for the new people who have never seen like Space Channel 5, it's going to be exciting things for them, because we just really want to let the older fans to see we still, like, you know, Space Channel 5 back in 20 years still going to be a good fit to the nowadays, which is like VR like devices. So we still do see same music, but it's gonna be it's not the same but different.
And I think back in the 90s, Ooh La La being the main character game was a big deal. There weren't many female protagonists, female main characters in video games. How has she changed? Is Ooh La La going to be the same? Does she have a different attitude now? Is she more vocal about her female empowerment?
So actually, she's still the rookie reporter on the broadcasting, you know, in a company. But at the same time, yes, like 20 years of the times, make her slight change, and she has some challenge and tasks to doing in a new game.
Speaking of challenges, this game is a VR game, and it's on PSVR. What challenges did you run into adapting the game for virtual reality?
So actually, maybe the hardest point is we don't want to make the huge change or difference from previous Ulala to the Ulala today. But at the same time, VR is a pretty the new like devices technology. So how can we like adjust it? We still want to keep the original Ulala herself for the physical like expression. At the same time, how can we adapt those expression into the new device which is going to the VR? So that is the hardest point, it's kind of a challenge.
The game uses the PlayStation Move controllers. At any point during development, did you consider offering a flat screen option that doesn't require VR, but does use the motion controllers?
So since we making a VR game, we want to let the player really enter the part of the Space Channel 5. You know, all the world of the Space Channel 5, because like VR is most, you know, the biggest thing for the VR is immersive like experience. So we really want to let the people go into the space, which is Space Channel 5, and like let yourself to be the part of one of the character in the game and the story, and let her to tagging with Ulala and endeavor and for the game.
Are all the characters, you know, yourself, are you all female? And do you get to dress yourself or anything? Are you going to be able to express your style in the game?
Yeah, that is a really good point. We kind of sometimes thinking about like kind of like a new idea to put, you know, change yourself to be the different, you know, character. But at the same time, it's not, so yourself when you go into the space, when you play this VR game, you're not an avatar. Actually, we want you to be the part of the story of the Space Channel 5 VR. So for now, we don't have any like thought or idea to making the player to be the one of the avatar to let you to, you know, pick up the gender or what kind of character you want to be on a game.
There are many very good intellectual properties at Sega from the Dreamcast era, Space Channel 5 being one of them. Do you think other Sega titles, Crazy Taxi or other games, would lend to being VR games also?
So as far as I know, since at the same time I'm only like taking care of the Space Channel 5 internally at Sega, I don't know whether they have an idea to transform all the like Dreamcast game titles into the VR or other console for the future. But personally, I love the Crazy Taxi, so hopefully we could play Crazy Taxi on the VR or either other consoles.
Are there any pop stars that you look at today who resemble Ooh La La?
So actually, thank you for asking. We actually pretty much open to getting any pop star to really want to be the part of Space Channel 5 VR. So if you see this video or media or YouTube or anywhere in the website, please feel to contact through the website. Just say, I want to be a part of Space Channel 5 VR. We are much more excited to having you into the next game.
When does the game come out and what platforms?
So we are really working so hard to release the Space Channel 5 VR by the end of the year. And other console is yes, we are developing through the Steam, but we haven't decided yet for the releasing date, but it's going to be coming soon.
Oh wow, so PC VR as well.
PC VR, yes.
Yes.